Obscurantism is the deliberate act of hiding the truth, often cloaked in complexity, censorship, or misdirection. It is the antithesis of enlightenment. At its core, obscurantism thrives on keeping people confused, uninformed, or misled, because an ignorant population is easier to control, easier to exploit, and far less likely to rise above their manipulators. Whether through dense language, intellectual gatekeeping, or outright information suppression, obscurantists are those who actively or passively contribute to this fog. Verarchy is rational law and has to help people become more rational before we can see the greater transcendence happen to bring in the age of greater reason and have law that truly lifts us to new heights. Obscurantism is not always obvious. It can appear benign, an overcomplicated academic paper that offers little substance but masks itself as profound. It can take the form of bloated bureaucracies that make it near impossible for regular people to access what they're legally entitled to. It can be religious dogma weaponized not to guide, but to shut down inquiry. It can be marketing language so carefully engineered that the average consumer never sees the trap. In every case, the truth is buried, not because it is unknowable, but because someone benefits from it remaining hidden. There are human obscurantists, people who hide the truth either to retain power or avoid accountability. Politicians use evasive language and distraction tactics. Experts may use convoluted jargon to create an illusion of superiority, discouraging others from challenging them. Some academics pride themselves more on sounding intelligent than on being understood. Religious and ideological leaders can also become obscurantists, demanding obedience to teachings that cannot be questioned or explored, threatening eternal punishment or exile for doubt. Then there are the technological obscurantists, tools and platforms used to gatekeep, confuse, or suppress information. Algorithms on social media platforms selectively amplify or hide content, not based on truth or accuracy, but based on engagement or advertiser interests. Search engines can bury important dissenting voices beneath pages of noise. Artificial intelligence can be programmed or trained through biased data to favor certain narratives while suppressing others. Even encryption, while critical for privacy, can become a weapon for secrecy in the wrong hands. Censorship is an overt obscurantist tool, but far more dangerous is selective amplification, where only certain truths are whispered while others are shouted. This false consensus is a modern kind of obscurantism, where people think they're informed, but only because they've never seen the alternatives. It's not ignorance, but curated ignorance. The result? A society of people who could rise, think, build, and transform the world, but are instead manipulated, distracted, and pacified. Obscurantism is not just about hiding the truth, it's about holding humanity back. And in a world of increasing complexity and power structures, recognizing the tools and tactics of the obscurantists is the first step toward liberation. The antidote to obscurantism is not just more information. It is clarity, transparency, accessibility, and a cultural reverence for truth above authority. Without it, we remain in the dark, manipulated by those who profit from our blindness.